I use a 7-stitch crochet steek in a lot of my patterns. So you're going to be crocheting, or you're going to be picking up the stitch, half of stitch 3 with half of stitch 4 for one side of the steek, and the other half will be half of stitch 4 with half of stitch 5. I already did part of this steek already. You can see that this line going up the middle of the blanket is the first half of the steek. I did a half of stitch 4 with half of stitch 5 already. I started at the bottom and worked my way up. So for this video, you're going to see me starting at the top and working back down with half of stitch 3 and half of stitch 4 from the steek. And I knit the blanket with US 7 knitting needles, which is 4.5 millimeters. So I'm going to take it down one size and use a 4.25 millimeter crochet hook to do my steek. So let's get started. I knit this blanket with Ella Rae's Classica, which is sort of like Ella Rae's version of 220, Cascade 220. The price was right. My local yarn shop, Gosh Yarn It in Kingston, Pennsylvania, they had it on sale and in the colors that I wanted for this blanket. So, yeah, I grabbed it. Gosh Yarn It doesn't plan on carrying it any longer, so it was the last bit of what they had, really. And I gotta say, I'm not impressed with it. I keep finding guard hairs everywhere. Like, I've gone through 6 balls of this yarn, and I practically pull out guard hairs every couple of rows. So that kind of sucks. Other than that, it's not a bad yarn. I think if I were to do this blanket again, you know, I'd recommend, you know, Cascade 220. And since the blanket, you know, gauge isn't super important, you can up the needle size and use a bulkier weight yarn so you get a faster project. But Cascade's Eco Wool is great. I like using that stuff. I think it'd be really good in Valley Yarns Berkshire Bulky. I like using that. It's a wool alpaca blend, and I actually used it in the Pearl Clutcher Magnum. And that's not the only project I've used that yarn for. I made a poncho with it, a capelet. There's a few things that I used the Valley Yarns Berkshire Bulky for. I do enjoy it. It felts really well too if that's something you're looking for. It's super soft. I'm currently making the boxed pullover in the white Berkshire Bulky. But I've just been so consumed with my own patterns lately that I've neglected that project. I really need to jump back on it before it starts getting too warm to wear it. And let me just say, I love that we moved up to Pennsylvania. Because when I lived in Savannah, Georgia, it was too hot to wear any of the beautiful sweaters that I knit. And I always wanted to knit blankets. I wanted to knit more blankets. Because I'm one of those people, I'm practically a reptile, so I need to be covered up most of the time. Never really knit any blankets in Savannah. It was always hot. I mean, I remember taking my aerial rig out to the Forsyth Park in Savannah on New Year's Eve, and it was, you know, 71 degrees. Which, if you didn't know, my other job besides knitting is aerial dance. I'm an aerialist. You can, if you're not sure what that is, or if you want to check that out, you can go to riothooping.com, and that's my aerial dance website where there's plenty of photos and videos about what I do, what I teach, you know. So if you're in the Pennsylvania area, or if you ever need an aerialist, you can find me. Almost finished. If you haven't noticed already, I'm practically the slowest crocheter in the world. I started out as a knitter and I picked up crochet. I'm still pretty slow, but it gets the job done. So we're going to take the crochet stitches all the way down to the cast on edge. The last stitch is always a little bit tricky. Make sure you get the correct stitches in there. Don't pick up anything else. And that is it. Our crochet steek is ready to be cut. I got these super sharp crochet steek scissors from Knit Picks, which, yeah, I know about the controversy lately, but in my defense, I bought these a long time ago. Nice, sharp scissors. All right, so it's ready for the cutting. So you can see the steek. Stitch 4 of the steek is completely divided. And you see those little ladders in between the two crochet sections? That's what we're going to be cutting. So just those little horizontal bits of yarn in between, that's what you're going to be cutting. Try to zoom in a little bit. Okay. And get started. So move these little tails out of the way. Alright, and kind of spread it out a little bit so I can see what's going on here. And all those little ladders, we're going to cut every single one of those all the way up. Starting at the bottom. Hold your breath. It's really not as scary as it seems, but I do it kind of slow. So I want to make sure I'm getting exactly what I need to and nothing else. See? It's coming apart. Those single crochets are holding it together for me. Just adjusting to make sure you can get a good view. probably make a GIF of this. A scary knitter's GIF. How's that looking? Zoom out again. See, it's holding up. So if this is the first time you're doing a steek, it's, as long as you follow the instructions to a T, you'll be fine. And Uni Jang, she's got a great picture tutorial on her old blog, which I think is retired now, but it's still available. So if you search Uni Jang Crochet Steek, she's got a little picture step-by-step process on there. That's actually how I learned how to do my first crochet steek. I'm glad she left that blog up, even though she doesn't post anymore. That was one of my favorite reads when I started knitting. I was constantly checking if she had new posts. I think it goes without saying that the best fiber for steeks is wool or things that are feltable. I've never done a steek with cotton or acrylic. So if any of you have experience with that, feel free to leave a comment about how that worked out for you. And obviously, since this is a 7 stitch steek, you're gonna fold over the excess onto the back side of the blanket or sweater if that's what you're doing, and just sew it down, just like a folded band, like any folded band with your knitting. Zoom in again so you can see what's going on. Just taking it nice and slow. Gonna switch the angle so that you can see from this side what's going on. Just taking out all those little ladders. We're almost at the end. Careful if you get these sharp scissors, because they bite if you get a finger. And last bit, make sure you've got these little tails moved out of the way, because you're going to need to weave those in later. Like I said, this is my first time doing a tutorial, so you're going to have to leave a comment and let me know how it is. But last bit, and there we go. It is cut, and there's our steek. See, it's holding up nicely, and I'm not gonna put this on the video, but you can see the steek stitches, the 3 that's left over. So when I'm ready, I'm just gonna fold those down and sew them to the back side. And I'm actually going to, for this pattern, I'm gonna pick up stitches. I haven't really decided yet. I'm gonna pick up stitches along the outside of the blanket and add the border, or I might do a crocheted border all the way around. I'm not sure yet. I might put both options in the pattern too, because I know not everybody wants to do the crochet part. So anyway, our steek's done. Yay! So if this is your first steek, now take it slow, don't be too nervous, you'll be fine. And this is the best blanket ever, or will be as soon as I get the border on. Yay! My size too. Alright, so thanks for watching. Good luck on your crochet steeks if you choose to so do one. Like I said, everything that I mentioned today, I'm putting the links in the description down below, so you'll have links to my Ravelry page, my WordPress blog, my Ariel page, and the Pearl Clutcher cardigans, as well as a link to Uni Jang's crochet Crochet Steek tutorial. So thanks for watching. Bye.